Hello, Alex with Automate My Co here, and today in this video, I'll be walking you through how to create an AI autoresponder for your Google reviews. So if you're a small business, it's a really good idea to have a Google business profile. And if you're getting a lot of reviews, it's important to respond to those reviews in a timely manner. This advice is not necessarily going to be for white glove, maybe agencies who are working with a select number of clients, because if those clients leave reviews, it's a good idea to respond in a personal and contextual manner. But if you're getting a large volume of reviews, and let's say you're a gym or a restaurant, this will help you save some time and respond to those reviews quickly. All right, so I'm a Zapier solution partner, and I'm going to be building this workflow out in Zapier. So our trigger step here, we're going to use Google Business Profile as the app. And if you're not sure how to set up a Zapier account or how to connect your apps to Zapier, there are plenty of resources online, and it's pretty straightforward once you get into it. So I already have my account connected, and the trigger event I'm going to set is a new review, so that every time we get a new review, then this automation runs. All right, so we're going to configure the account and location. Okay, so now we have the test data, and for anonymity's sake, I did go in and edit the data. So this is a fake review, but just for the sake of example, we'll be using this. So you can see three key data points here. One is the display name, so this is the actual reviewer. Two is the comment, and then three is the rating. So the rating, it's spelled out as star rating, spelled out all caps 5, and then the number rating as the number. All right, so first, we're going to reformat that name. So sometimes people's personal Google profile is going to have an odd format, so maybe all lowercase or all caps. We're just going to create a step first, or an action first, to reformat that and catch all of those anomalies. All right, so we're going to use title case, input, display name. And to input variables, you can either use the backslash or plus icon. So we're going to select the display name, hit test step, and now it's reformatted their name in title case. And it's also a good idea to go through as you're creating these actions to rename the actions so that we're documenting each step of the way. Okay. Now, with Google reviews, sometimes people are going to leave just a rating. So once again, just the rating and no comment. But the rating is always required. So the rating is required, and then the comment is optional. So to accommodate those two options, we're going to create a path. All right, so one side of the path is going to be comment exists, i.e. they left a comment, okay? And then on the other side of the path, it'll be comment does not exist. So they did not leave a comment. Comment, no comment, just so that we're documenting which side is which. Okay, now when they leave a comment, there is the possibility that they left a negative review, but the number rating was actually a 4 or a 5, so it looked positive. So what we're going to do is we're going to use an AI step to gauge the sentiment of the review. So I like to use AI by Zapier. It's just their built-in AI app that integrates with several different models. So the free model that they give you a few different ones. That's the one with these orange lightning bolts. But I'm going to use the default one, GPT-4o Mini. Okay, so for the input field, we're going to use review. once again, review is just the comment in this case. Okay, and then we're going to say gauge the sentiment of the review from positive, neutral to negative. All right, and then Zapier has this improved prompt where it effectively rewrites the prompt for you with AI. So I typically like to run it through that. All right, so you can see it updated it slightly. Now we're going to add an output. And we'll do a single select category where it'll be positive, neutral, negative, yes, required, and description, sentiment of the review. All right, now we'll test it by clicking Generate Preview. All right, as we could have expected, it responded that it was a positive review. So we're going to rename that Gauge Sentiment. Now that we know that the sentiment is both positive and they left a 5-star review, we're going to branch off again. I'm going to rename this path positive, and that'll be if the rating is greater than 3, so that means 4 or 5, and the sentiment exactly matches positive. Okay, so these reviews, they're from happy customers. Now we're going to use another AI step. It'll be similar to the one before. Input the review. And then for the prompt this time, it'll be write a response from the owner of Food Peddler to this Google review from, we're going to input the name from John Smith. And then we can get into brand voice. So be friendly, courteous, professional. And then once again, we're going to improve the prompt. Okay, it misunderstood. It thought I was John Smith. It thought the owner of Food Peddler was John Smith. So we're going to actually put John Smith as the reviewer name. So craft a professional and friendly response from the owner of Food Peddler to the Google review provided. To the Google review written by the reviewer provided. Ensure that the tone is courteous and reflects a commitment to customer satisfaction. All right, so we'll do review response. It's a text field. To the review. All right, let's just see what it generates. Okay. It's not great. So we can adjust the prompt a little bit. So craft a professional and friendly response. Just say, to the Google review written by the reviewer provided. Ensure that the tone is courteous and reflects a commitment to, let's just say, keep it all in one paragraph, 2 to 3 sentences. Try it again. Thank you, John Smith, for your wonderful review. We're thrilled to hear you had an awesome experience with Food Peddler, and we truly appreciate your support. We look forward to serving you again soon. Okay, it's decent. I think that with a little bit more time, we could adjust the prompt a little bit more, make sure that it fits with our brand voice a little bit more. But for the sake of this walkthrough, we're going to continue. Now that we have the response, we're going to respond to the review. So create reply. Okay, review name. And that's this here that is pulled from the trigger step. And the reply is the response that the AI wrote. Okay. I'm not going to test the step just because this is, it was a fake review, and so it would come back with an error. So we're going to skip the test. Apply to review. Now for that path, that was if there's a positive review with a comment. And then this path, we're going to catch everything else. So we're just going to go in here and change the path conditions to fallback, which means everything else is going to go down this path. That means the sentiment wasn't positive and or the rating was less than a 4, which is negative to neutral. What I would recommend is to set a notification to your internal team. That could be either you or your customer service team that can respond to the review personally or reach out to that customer if you have their contact info. Okay, so what I do here is maybe Slack or Telegram, or you can just do an email. So you can send an internal email, send outbound email to, we're just going to do alex@foodpeddler.com. Subject, we're going to do new, how about this? We'll import the sentiment that it gave. New, in this case, it would be neutral or negative. Or if they left a less than 4-star rating. So we'll do new sentiment star review. Then for the body of the email, it could just be John Smith. And we'll just put the comment in there. Okay, so that'll send to the recipient of your choice. Once again, you could either do an email or whatever other messaging app of your choice that integrates with Zapier. You could send a customer notification that way. And if you need any help with that, feel free to reach out to me. Okay, so we'll just rename that send internal alert. Skip the test for now. All right, so that path was if there was a comment. And then if there's no comment, then we're going to do something similar. And to save time here, we're just going to copy this whole thing that we created, paste it here. So if there's no comment, once again, that means there's nothing for us to feed into the AI step for it to respond to. So we're going to remove the sentiment rule because there is no sentiment since there's no comment. Remove that. Test once again. And then we're going to remove this right response because since we were, remember, we were writing the response based off the comment. Since there would be no comment in this case, we're going to remove that as well. And we could do just a generic thank you for your review. Or we could grab their first name. So to do that, we're going to do another text formatting step and split input the name, separate by space. The default is also space, so if that was clear, it would separate by the space too. We're going to grab just the first of that split test, and you can see it just took their first name because it split that string. Okay, first name. And then their reply to the review could be, thank you for your review, John. Actually, thank you for your rating, because they did not leave a review, they just left a rating. Okay, so once again, that is if it's greater than 3 for the rating. And then anything else, we're going to still send that internal alert. New. Why don't we reformat that? So it'll be new X star review, John Smith. And since, again, we don't have a comment, figure we'll just do the name, and then customer service can reach out. So we created a very basic system for automatically responding to Google reviews. And there are a couple ways that we could dive even deeper on this. So just to recap, we created a system that'll automatically respond to positive reviews with high ratings. And we send everything else to your customer service or to you to respond to your customer who may be leaving a less than ideal review. One way we can dive even deeper is we could add a step here that's sort of a human in the loop element, where anytime the AI writes a response, then it saves that response to a table or other knowledge source that you have access to, and you can review that response before it gets posted to the review. And you could update the response and approve it before it gets sent. And then going even further, once you have several of those responses in your table and you've updated them into your own brand voice, once you have several of those, then we can train this AI step to write the response in your brand voice. So if you'd like my help on setting any of this up, especially any of those more sophisticated steps, please feel free to reach out to me. You can find me at automatemy.co and on LinkedIn. I hope you found this helpful and you can see this as a cool opportunity to add to your small business. Thank you.